Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Open Door Hypnosis TV. I am Shara Prophet, the Mind Magic Coach. And today we're going to be talking about how to get out of a rut. So, if you have been feeling kind of down, low energy, low key depressed, like you're not moving forward, if you feel like you've just been kind of stagnant and not moving and doing the things that you want to do, or you feel like you can't take those next steps forward. There is something happening energetically right now, okay? We all know that we just came out of that. I believe it was the new moon or the full moon in Scorpio. Um, and so with that energy has been bringing up a lot of things for people. And, if you know anything about the uh, astrological signs and things like that, Scorpio rules the underworld. It rules death, and it brings up those shadow parts of ourselves. So if you have been feeling like for some reason you just cannot move forward, hi Joy, um, you can't move forward, you can't gain your footing, you've been having a lot of like negative self-talk, and just like these undercurrents of feeling like you're not enough, feeling like you have a lot of fears and insecurities, you feel very stuck, you feel like you cannot get out of that low vibrational tone. This video is for you. A lot of people that I've been talking to lately, friends, clients, just in passing, having conversations, we have all been feeling the effects of this particular energy right now. But it's not a bad thing. It is a good thing because it's making us take a look at the areas of our lives where we aren't moving forward, where we're feeling stagnant, where we feel like we take a step ahead and then we take 5 steps back, where we feel like we've been repeating the same cycles over and over and over again. Okay. So, how do we get out of that? All right. First thing is to be honest with yourself and acknowledge that you're in that place. Okay. Hey, this is where I am right now, and to talk about it. That's the second thing. Like, talk about it with people, because what you'll find is that you're not the only one who's experiencing these things. Okay. There's other people out there who are having the same experiences, who are going through the same thing, and everyone that I've talked to, they're all like, wow, I didn't even like, I had no words to put to that until you just said that. And honestly, I found myself in that place, like over the past couple of weeks leading up to my birthday. I started kind of things started coming up for me, and I was like working with a client, and I mean, this happens a lot. Anybody that does any kind of like one-on-one client-based work, you will usually attract somebody who is dealing with something that you've dealt with already, or something that you're currently dealing with, or they might even reveal some things that you didn't even realize you were dealing with. So I was working with someone, and they brought up the fact that they just wanted to feel like they were enough, that what they were doing in the world was enough, that they didn't have to overcompensate or prove themselves to people. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I had no idea that that was an undercurrent, like a running program for me as well. So part of this, of what I do here on this channel, is to be very transparent with you guys, because yes, an energy practitioner. I needed to hear this today. Oh, thank you, Bob Ross. Thank you. Yes, and I mean, part of why I do what I do here on this channel is because, you know, I like to help you guys put words to the feelings and the emotions and the experiences that you're having. And I also like to be very transparent about what I am going through or have gone through in the past and in the current time. I will never sit up here and act like I know it all. I will never sit up here and act like, I'm better than anybody, because the only difference is that I have tools to work through these things. And my job is to share that with you and to be very transparent about what's going on, okay? So just because you're having these feelings and these emotions, it doesn't mean that you have to stay stuck in it. There are things that you can do to move through it, and you have to move through it. You got to experience it. You got to feel it. You got to go through it. Remember the video that I did on how to gain more control over your emotions? A big part of that is being in the emotion, is experiencing it and saying, yes, this is what I'm going through right now. Thank you. What are you trying to teach me? What do I need to know? What needs to be released? But before anything can be released, you must get the lesson from it. So, if you're having these experiences right now, especially if you are on the precipice of like taking that next step into the evolution of your life, or like you're getting ready to, you know, expand your business in a way that you've never done before. You're getting ready to step into a whole new kind of intimate relationship with the person, and you've never experienced anything like this. This is like the love of your life, okay? Even if it's the relationship with yourself. Whatever it is, you're getting ready to make more money than you ever made in your life, you're getting ready to step out into the spotlight, you're getting ready to unveil a new project or whatever. If you're an artist, if you're a writer, if you are a healer, if you are, you know, somebody who does YouTube, and you're getting ready to take your whole channel in another direction, whatever it is that you're getting ready to unveil to the world, you are going to hit roadblocks, okay? Just understand that. It is something that happens when with our subconscious minds, okay? And the reason why that happens is because of those running programs that we have in our subconscious mind that gets scared, and it wants to remain in homeostasis. It wants things to stay the same. So when a change is about to happen or a change is about to occur, resistance comes up. And that's a good thing. Resistance is the indication that change is happening. Okay? So when the resistance comes up, don't get overwhelmed by it. Don't get upset with yourself because you were moving forward on a project and all of a sudden, bam, you hit a wall and all you want to do is take a nap, or all you want to do is go out and party, or all you want to do is watch TV and go out to eat and spend all your money. Okay? Don't get upset with yourself. Allow yourself to go through that process, but make sure that as you're going through that process that you're taking the time out to ask the questions. What's going on right now? Why is it showing up for me? What is the fear? What is the underlying fear? Because you have to understand that everything, um, all of those types of like resistance and undercurrents of the negative self-talk, all of it stems from fear, okay? Because that part of you, that subconscious part of you that wants to stay protected and survive, is just trying to protect you from the unknown. Okay, so in the subconscious mind, we have associations. Okay, and those associations are positive associations and so called negative associations. So the positive associations are things that we know about. We already know, what it's like to make $50,000 and that's it. I already know what that's like. I already know how to pay my bills for that. I already know, I'm comfortable with the struggle or whatever, or I'm comfortable with the comfort that brings me. However, I don't know what it's like to make $200,000 a year. Okay? I don't know what's going to happen to me if I start making that kind of money. Am I going to have the same friends? Are people going to get jealous of me? Are people going to start knocking on my door and asking me for money? How much taxes am I going to have to pay? Do I need to start a business to protect myself from getting overtaxed? Okay, it's a lot of things that come up for that. Okay. Sorry, my cat is shaking my phone because she's jumping on the table. Hi, sweetie pie. You want to say hi? Say hello to everyone. Say hi, y'all. That's Isis. She's 8 months old. She's off the chain. Go ahead, baby. Anyway, um, what do I have to do to maintain that lifestyle? Am I going to have to work more hours? Am I going to have to give up some privacy, give up some of my leisure time? Okay, so these are all things that take place in the subconscious mind to keep us safe from the unknown. Okay, so that resistance comes up, that somebody's car outside. The resistance comes up as a way to protect us and show and tell us, look, it's about to happen. You're getting ready to step into a whole new realm. You're getting ready to step into a whole new lifestyle. Okay. So when that happens, that's when you need to get excited about that. Yes, feel your emotions, feel the sadness, release it, let it come up, move through it, but get excited because you know this is only happening because the shit's about to go down. Like it's about to happen. I'm about to break through. If I can break through this wall of resistance, if I can acknowledge it, if I can see it for what it really is, and I can use this as a thing to empower me instead of hold me back and instead of break me down and scare the hell out of me and keep me running, make me run in the opposite direction. If I can face this thing, I can take the power away from it, let it empower me, and use it to my benefit. Okay, this is how you're able to, get that wheel turning. I don't know if you guys saw the reading that I did last week for Taurus, but I felt like that reading was like across the board for everybody, for the whole and the entire collective. Okay, but when that wheel starts turning, okay, that means that things are shifting, and sometimes the shift is not pleasant. Sometimes the shift hurts. Sometimes the shift is scary. Sometimes the shift is heavy. Okay. So I want you guys to embrace that particular part. Okay. Embrace what feels like I hit this wall and I can't move through it. So the way to get through it is one, acknowledge it. Two, find out what is trying to be revealed to you. Usually it is related to something that has taken place in your childhood, okay? Something that established that particular belief about yourself, all right? Something that anchored in your subconscious mind that this is as far as I can go. This is as much money as I will ever make. This is the best that I can do when it comes to, being in certain kinds of relationships. This is the best kind of person that I'm ever going to find because this is what I am worth. Okay? Something has happened in the past that anchored that belief in your subconscious mind, whether it was an event that took place or whether it was someone, an authority figure, a parent, a teacher, even close friends that might have said something to you where you took it and you placed, your subconscious mind soaked it up and you embodied that. And it turned into a belief system. Okay. It turned into a belief about how you think about yourself, about your abilities, about your, my cat is going crazy because it's raining. She loves the rain. Your abilities to make a certain amount of money to, do I know enough? Am I enough? Okay. So get a full understanding of where that comes from, where all of that stuff originates. Okay, the origin of that thought, the origin of that event, the origin of that emotion around the event. And then you need to figure out a way to release it. Okay, so I do meditation to help me release stuff like that. I create hypnosis to release things like that. And the reason why it's hard to do like a generalized hypnosis for that is because you need to be the first thing before you can put in those positive suggestions, you got to go in and clear out the old stuff. And you can listen to hypnosis, on YouTube and generalized hypnosis and stuff like that. But the way for it to truly, truly, truly be super effective, I'm talking about in the long term, okay? Because sometimes it's effective short term when it's generalized. But when it is tailored for you, when you go in and you do it, strictly and strategically for you to clear out those old belief systems, it has more of a long-term effect, permanent effect. long term to permanent, okay? So if you know what the event was exactly, if it was a series of events or if it was just one event in particular, if you're able to go in and zone in on that event, then you're able to go in and start doing the clearing work energetically, whether you're doing through hypnosis, whether you're tapping, doing EFT, if you're using some NLP techniques or whatever. You can do it yourself. You can also have someone guide you through the process. Either way, getting that energy cleared out is the first step, okay? Forgiving yourself, okay? Also, forgiving anybody that might have been involved in that event, okay? Releasing the energy around that, sending the energy back to anybody that might have been involved in creating that particular situation. Yeah, generational curses, absolutely. Absolutely. So you can also do ancestral work around that. You can do DNA healing around that, okay? There's a lot of different strategies and processes out there available to you. There's a lot of different things that I do for myself and for my clients. And this is why it's important to tailor it to each person's needs because it's not a one size fits all type of a thing. Some things are generational curses, some things are, have to do with past lives, some things have to do with, ancestral healing. Sometimes it's not a generational curse. Sometimes it is what has been passed down through the DNA and there are studies that show that our DNA makeup can be traced as far back as seven grandmothers prior. Okay, so that lets you know how far back, and that's just what they have been able to track scientifically, the quantitative tracking. That's not even getting into, the esoteric portion of it, okay, where you can go in through your ancestors that supersede earthly existence. Okay, you can go to the ancestor realm that exists in the celestial realm. Okay, so these might be beings from other star systems that are a part of your DNA. Okay, that are in your ancestral line. Also, certain spiritual deities, gods and goddesses that are also in your ancestral line, angels and demons and all of that type of stuff. Okay, and when I say these spiritual deities, remember guys, these are aspects of you. Okay, they're aspects of you, and know that your mind is ancient. Your mind is ancient, and your mind remembers all of this stuff. The subconscious mind never forgets, it remembers everything. This is why things that have happened in past lives, things that have happened, through many timelines, okay, in all directions, can affect us in our present day life. So it's important it's cool that you can get online and listen to a hypnosis track to help you through certain things, but it's nothing like sitting still, getting your pen and pad out, and getting real with yourself and asking questions, asking for guidance to ask the right questions, and then being still long enough to listen to what comes through and write it down, okay? If you don't know how to even get started with these certain processes, there are people out there that can assist you. You can come to me, but you don't have to come to me. You can go to anybody, okay? There's so many, light workers out here that do what I do and do other things or whatever. So please, if you are having these types of experiences and you're having a hard time figuring out how to pinpoint it and figure out what the origin of it is, then you need to reach out to somebody who can help you do that, okay? And, a lot of people say, well, I don't have the money to do this. You know what? This is the most important thing you can ever do for your life is helping yourself, healing yourself. I invest heavily in my healing, okay? I have people that I go to help me through things. I have hypnotherapists, I have energy healers and Reiki masters and people who do energy mapping for me to let me know where energy is stuck in my body. Now, I know when things are off balance. I know when something is happening with me, but sometimes it takes the insight of someone who is not so in the situation, because when we're in our situation sometimes it's difficult for us to see exactly what it is that we need to pay attention to. Now you will always have an idea and you will always know, but sometimes having an outside person say, oh, this is what this is, you're like, thank you, I knew it was something, but thank you. So I say this to say it's good to know who you are and know yourself and be very aware and self-aware, but it's also good to, just like we got a spiritual team, we have an unseen team. It's good to have a team here on earth that helps you out too. When I'm working with a client through a medical condition, I am working with their doctor, I am working with their therapist if they have one, okay? Because we have to work as a collective, we have to work as a team to assist this individual through the healing process, okay? Um, Sometimes I'm the only person that they're working with, and that's all that they need. But most of the time, they have a whole team of light workers down there working on their energy, moving them, helping them go through the process, teaching them certain tools and techniques that they can use in their own. So the other portion of that is that you shouldn't be seeing somebody for 10 years. Okay. I say at the most, you might want to be working with somebody for about a year or two. After that, you need to go and do the work yourself. Okay. So I am not a person that is here to just feed off of you financially. I'm not doing that. I'm going to teach you some stuff and I'm gonna be like, go do it. Go forth and prosper. Take it and share it with somebody else. I don't care, because my purpose here on this planet is to teach people how to reconnect with their own healing power, their own inner power, their own source, okay? And then you go out there and you do it for yourself. If you need a refresher, if you need a little bit more of assistance, absolutely reach out. But the whole key is to take back our power, take back the power of our minds, take back the healing power of our bodies, because our bodies can heal itself. Yes, it can. It can heal itself. So I am all about empowering people. Yes, this is my business, absolutely, and I love being compensated for what I do, but I'm not here to feed off of you financially. I don't want you to be coming to me for 10 years. It's one thing if you come for one situation, we clear that out, and maybe a couple of years later you come back for something else. That's one thing. But we shouldn't be working on the same issue over and over and over and over again for 10 years. That means you're stagnant, and maybe I'm not the one to help you. Maybe you need to go find somebody else to help you. Or maybe you need to take the responsibility and start applying this stuff and digging deeper to help yourself, okay? So I say all of that to say we cannot continue to be afraid to ask for help. We can't afford to stay where we are right now, because there's a lot of things that are taking place on the spirit realm and on the earthly realm, okay, that is here to, I don't want to use the word destroy us, but it's here to cause us to move, okay? It's here to cause an upheaval on the planet so that change can take place. So there are many things that are happening right now in the government, that are happening all around the world, that are happening, you know, in the medical industry and scientific industry, that is happening. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't really get into a lot of that on my channel. My channel is about helping you tap into your own inner power so that these types of things, you're able to see them more clearly. But there are so many channels on YouTube that will help you, get a better understanding of what's happening on the planet, okay? As far as health is concerned, as far as our food is concerned, the water is concerned, as far as, like the 5G technology, the fact that I live in sunny California, and it's almost the end of May, and it's been cloudy here when it's supposed to be like 80 degrees and sunny. All right. There are things that are taking place right now that have been written already. And there are people and energies on this planet and on the spirit realm that are causing these things to be played out because they have to be played out. They have to be played out in order for the energy to shift, in order for the consciousness to expand, and in order for us to truly step into the Aquarian age. Okay, so there's things that are taking place now. Like I said, I don't get into a bunch of that on here, um, but it doesn't mean I don't know about it. Okay, so there are people. I'm sure you guys, if you're here, I'm pretty sure that you are already tuned into this stuff. You already kind of know what's going on. But in order for you to truly be able to handle the things that are about to take place, especially in the year 2020, it's a lot of stuff that's about to go down. Things that we're going to be like, holy, what the hell is going on? But what I got very clearly a few years ago, I got some downloads and it freaked me out. It scared the hell out of me. And I'm like, well, what can we do? Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, what the hell is going to happen? And what I got very clearly is like, first of all, don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. And lean in. Lean in to your own understanding. They tell you to lean not into your own understanding. But what I got was lean into your own understanding and trust yourself. Learn how to trust yourself. Learn how to become more discerning about the information that you take in and go in more, go within. Do not skip a day of meditation. Do not skip a day of spending time with yourself. Do not skip a day of sitting still and allowing those downloads to come and taking those notes. And don't miss a day of educating somebody else. If you're just talking to somebody on the bus, you know what I'm saying? The knowledge that you have is important. People need to hear it. People need to know about it. You need to share videos that you see on YouTube when you feel like somebody's giving you some key information and they're really spitting some knowledge and they're really giving you the real, you need to share that information. You need to share these videos because we do this because we know what the hell is about to happen. That's why. So we understand people need to be educated. People need to understand who they are. They need to tap in deeper on a very, very deep level. Okay. It is beyond what you can do outwardly now. It's all about what I need to do in here. Okay. So healing yourself and strengthening yourself. It's time for us to get powerful now, y'all. We got to get powerful so we can combat what's about to happen. Okay, we need to get real powerful and you need to step all the way into your power. And the way you do that is by healing yourself. You need to let go of all the bullshit, let it go, release it. If you need help with that, there are people out here who can help you release that. You got to tap into your own awareness because that's what they're trying to cloud. They're trying to cloud the things, the third eye. Okay, they're trying to keep that closed up because as long as that's closed up, no light can come in. Okay, no new information can come in. No enlightenment can happen. No expansion can happen. No clearing can happen. So if this is clogged up, and you're not doing anything to keep it clear, and the way you can keep it clear is through meditation. Okay, learning how to clear your energy. Learn how to clear your energy. Learn how to activate power within you. Okay, and I'm going to do another video on activation codes for the subconscious mind. And and the other thing is this: start reading these, like start reading the ancient text. Start reading the Bible. Start reading these religious texts because there's stuff in there that you need. And you don't have to read it from a place of being a religious believer, okay? But get the information because there are activation codes in those texts. And they're the names of the people that they put in some of those texts that's not their actual name. Those words are activation codes for the subconscious mind to help wake certain things up in you, to help, activate certain things and expand certain things. Take the fear out of working with certain energies, okay? Take the fear out of that. It's time to get, it's time to put your armor on. It's time to get armed. It's time to get ready because there is already spiritual warfare taking place right now. Okay, it's happening. There is an attack on the mind, there's an attack on the Christ consciousness, and the Christ consciousness is here, takes place right in here. Okay, there's an attack on that. They're hiding the sun, they're blocking out the sun right now. Okay, we need the sun to bring in or expand the life force energy. Okay, with the life force energy, we are able to heal ourselves. We are able to, you know, activate the mind to do amazing superhuman things. Okay, but the sun is being blocked out right now. So, what do we do? How do we break through that? Okay, the way we break through that is by developing a very regular, daily practice of going within, activating that pineal gland, okay? And the way you do that is through meditation, being silent, being still for as long as you possibly can, okay? Clearing out the energy. What does that mean? That means releasing the same way your body expels waste on a daily basis, okay? When it doesn't, you know what happens? You get backed up, your stomach starts hurting, you know, skin starts breaking out, the body is not in balance anymore. It gets out of balance, okay? So when we are holding too much energy from other people, energy from places that we've been, our own energy, we have to learn how to dump that energy out, cleanse the body of that energy on a daily basis. I have an energy clearing and grounding video. It was the very first hypnosis video that I've ever done on this channel. If you go back and look at that, it will teach you how to cleanse your energy and clear that old energy out. It will teach you how to send the energy down into the core center of the planet and allow the planet to transmute or transform that old energy into new, abundant energy that is nurturing and nourishing for all the cells in the body. You can change your DNA through meditation. Now, there was just an article released not too long ago. Scientists are now saying that with the mind, you can change the molecular shape of your DNA. Well, hello, we already knew that. So thank you, science, for finally getting on board with it. We already knew that, though, right? But this is why it's so important for us to go within and empower ourselves and activate that power on a daily basis, because you got a lot of stuff out here that is trying to keep us suppressed, that is trying to keep us sick, is trying to keep us, dumb, overweight, okay, lazy. All right, and there's nothing wrong with relaxing and taking time out for yourself. But if you find that you get off work and all you do is come home and lay on the couch and watch TV and you're not doing anything else to activate yourself, to heal yourself, to remain healthy, mind, body, and soul, if you're not doing that, then you're not doing your work. You're not doing your job. If you're always tired and you don't do shit, excuse my language, if you're tired all the time, but you haven't done anything to be tired, you got to go look at that. Why am I so tired? You know why? Because there's energy out here that is feeding on that. It's feeding on your energy, and it keeps you tired. It keeps you sick, keeps you locked down. It keeps you emotionally imbalanced. Okay? Now I'm not saying that things won't come up, because things come up for people who don't do the energetic inner work and for people who do the energetic inner work. Things come up. The difference is that the person who's not doing the energetic work or the inner healing work will allow that energy to build up and build up and build up, and it soon turns into disease, illness, mental, okay? And it keeps you locked, stuck, and bound, heavy in this dense realm, okay? This is just a realm. Earth is a realm, all right? The people who are doing the inner work and doing the energy work, when things come up, they got the tools or they at least know where to go to clear that energy out and to use it as a a tool for empowering themselves, okay? And to say, hey, all right, I've broken through this wall. I've broken through this wall. I've cleared this energy out, and I know how to transmute energy. Energy is never destroyed or created, it's recycled, okay? So when we have these types of energetic buildups, or we have, amounts of energy, you have to clear it out and then you allow it to be transmuted through the earth, okay? Because the earth is very powerful. The heart center of the earth is very, very powerful. It has the ability to transmute energy and transform energy into healthy, abundant, nurturing energy. This is why the earth will be around a lot longer than we will. Okay, we cannot destroy the earth because the earth knows how to adapt. Because the earth doesn't know any other way. Okay, we are taught limitations from birth. We're taught that our bodies are limited, our minds are limited, and there's only but so much you can do as a human. Okay, we're taught that. The earth does not know that. The earth does not know that she is limited. The earth just knows I need to adapt. Things are happening. They're drilling a lot. Okay, there's a lot of pollution. I just need to adapt. I need to change. I need to transform and transmute what's happening to me right now. So, when you understand energy and how it works, and you learn how to elevate and raise your consciousness above what you have been taught, okay, from birth, what they are trying to tell you that what you can and cannot do. When you learn how to evolve past that, and then you start to utilize your power and you learn how to manipulate energy. You learn how to transform energy. You learn how to use symbols and words for your own benefit. Okay? You learn how to use your intention to change the way a situation looks. You learn how to change your perspective about how you see the world, how you see your current situation. When you learn how to do these things, this is what is making you what we call a magician, okay? This is how you perform magic. And it's not really like airy fairy woo woo stuff. It's not that. The words that we give it make it sound woo woo, but really what you're doing is you're mastering your thoughts, you're mastering your emotions, and you're mastering energy manipulation. The word manipulation has a bad energy around it, but all manipulation is changing something from one state to another for a specific outcome. That's all you're doing. That's what manifestation is. Okay? You are manipulating the energy in the universe to go from one state to another state so that you can have a certain outcome. That's what manifestation is. All right. I don't have any money right now, but I'm manifesting using my thoughts and my emotions. I am manifesting more money so that I can take care of X over here, right? That's all that is. So you can call that magic. You can call that, manifestation, whatever you want to call it. All you're doing is taking control of the situation. You are focusing your intention and your energy to create a specific outcome. That's what we do every day. Whether you believe in magic or not, whether you're a scientist or whatever, a spiritual person, whatever. This is what we do every day, all day. Even as something, a simple task such as cooking a meal. You're manipulating energy. You're boiling water. You're changing the state of the water from being cold to hot. It's alchemy, okay? You're taking a raw material and you're cooking it down to make it softer, You're adding seasonings to it to give it a different taste. It's all alchemy, it's science. So it's the same thing when you are working with healing yourself, when you're working with shifting and changing your mind, shifting and changing the way you see the world. Okay? You have a choice. You can choose to see the world as this destructive, crazy place and that all of this bad stuff is going on, or you can say, you know what? This is an opportunity for me to understand how I can enact change in the current state, how I can take the current state of the world around me and shift it to another state to get a certain outcome, to make it look the way I would like for it to look. Okay, they said the change that you seek is the change that you, what is the saying? The change that I want to see in the world starts with me, or something like that, or I am the change that I want to see. Okay, now that's the truth. That's real. All right. And the way you do this is through the mind. It starts in the mind. It starts in the mind. Okay. So this is why I am such an advocate. And every single message that I put on this channel is going to be about that. Okay. Now I give it to you in different ways so that you can apply it to every aspect of your life. Okay. But that's what it comes down to. The first hermetic principle is all is mind, the universe is mental. Okay? So if you want to change anything, you need to start here. And there are tools that you can use to do that. People say that all the time, but a lot of people are like, well, I don't even know how to start. How do I get started? The first thing you want to do is find out, what do I want to change? What do I want to change in my outside world? What do I want my world to look like? What kind of experiences do I want to have? Okay? Once you determine what kind of experiences you want to have, then you start to say, well, what's keeping me from having that experience right now? What's blocking me? Once you figure out what that block is, how did that happen? How did that become a program? How did that become a belief of mine that I couldn't have X because of this? How did that happen? When was the first time I became aware that I couldn't do this thing, or that I could only do a certain amount of things? Once you get connected to that timeline, then you go in there and you start to release the energy around that. You find out, okay, how did I feel before this event took place? I felt peaceful. I felt joy. I felt happiness. I felt trust. I knew that I could do anything that I wanted to do. Connect with that point, okay? And take on that energy and start to bust through the timeline of all of the events that ever took place in your life that made you feel less powerful, that made you feel stuck, that made you feel like you weren't enough, that made you feel fearful, that made you feel insecure, that made you feel sad, that made you feel like you had no power and somebody came in and did something. Okay, somebody is calling me. I'm gonna have to decline that. I'll call her back in a minute because we got some important stuff to talk about. So this video today is all about helping you guys get out of the rut, because I know the energy is strong, but you got to understand that the energy is not necessarily working against you. It's working for us. It's working for us because it's causing us to break through things. Okay, so I know it feels harsh right now. I know it's heavy right now, but you got to understand that even though there are forces out there that are working to play out what's already been written, you have to understand that they really do believe that it is for our highest and best good. Okay, they believe that. The intention is to allow these things to play out so that it can be in alignment with the way it was written in the first place. All right? Everything that we are experiencing here on the earthly realm is taking place in the cosmos, on as taking place in the spirit realm. Okay? It's and as above, so below, as below, so above. Okay? So it's all happening for a reason, so that we can elevate our consciousness and we can raise up and we can get back to the place where we were able to use our minds to create, to transmute, to transform. When we're getting back to the basics, we're getting back to creation, okay? We're getting back to that primordial energy, the very, very beginning, okay? The beginning of creation. We're going back to that place where the darkness, okay, the darkness is where we create, the darkness is where we manifest things, okay. From darkness comes light. We have to go into the darkness, and you know where the darkness is in your subconscious mind. That's the darkness. That's the primordial energy. Okay. That's the water. That's the depth. That's that feminine energy. All right. So we've got to go in there and we got to start doing that alchemical process of transforming ourselves. Start investing in yourself. Start reading more. You know, stop claiming that you don't have the money to do this X, Y, and Z. I don't have the money to go here. But you know what? You would have the money if you wanted to go to a concert, go to a Beyonce concert, or go get your hair done for $400. Okay, when you want to really do something, you come up with the money. So I'm saying this because I hear a lot of people who will contact me and they'll say, "Oh, I want to do a session, but I don't have the money. Can you do it for free?" No, no, I can't, because doing things for free, this is free. What I'm doing here is free. This is free coaching. This is free information. You ain't got to pay a dime for it unless you want to. You know, it's up to you. But the one-on-one time that we get together is different. It's special. Okay? So I have invested thousands and tens and thousands of dollars, and I continue to invest in myself to gain the information, to gain the healing, and do my own work on the inside. Okay. From that, I create products, I create services, I create, information that I'm passing on to people. And that exchange of energy, of you paying for that information, okay? What that's doing is it's boosting your energy levels, it's boosting you up, and it's keeping you invested in learning the information, okay? What I have learned in the past when I first started out was I would do things for free for people, and you know what? They wouldn't even keep up with it. You know why? Because they didn't invest in it. When I invest thousands of dollars in a program to help me evolve and expand, I stick to it. I do the work because I'm like, I paid $5,000 for this. I'm going to do this work. I'm going to get something out of this and I'm going to apply it. Okay. So I hope that this video helps somebody. I really got to take this call right now. I love you guys. I will be back. I'll be back soon. I think I'm going to do a challenge of doing a video every single day for 30 days. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to be on here a lot more. I hope you guys tune in, share the video, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you are not already subscribed, check out my website if you have questions, if you want a free phone consultation. Is 20 minutes to talk to me and find out ways that you might be able to utilize my services to help you elevate and expand to the next level. Please go ahead and set up a oh, thank you, Sunflower Goddess, bless you, thank you for that donation, I appreciate that. If you want, one-on-one counseling, you got to do a phone consultation first, okay? And that's just to make sure that I can help you, okay? To make sure that whatever you need from me, I'm able to provide that service for you, all right? I don't take anybody's money until I know that I can actually help them, okay? So you got to do a consultation first. Even if you book a session with me and you've already paid your money, we still got to do a consultation before that, because if I can't help you, I got to give you money back, right? So also, don't forget to check out the Be Magic program. That's ongoing, and that's a live class, online class that I will be together once a week. Okay. Once the class is, got about 4 people in it, then I just say, hey, what days can everybody meet? And we do it that way. All right. But check out the book, the Be Magic Manifestation Workbook is being put together right now. So that will be an actual physical book that you can order If you do the full program, the book is included in the price program. If you don't do the full program and you just want the book, you have to pay for the book separately. Okay, so I will let you guys know when that is available. But I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for spending time with me, listening to me. I hope that you got something out of this. And I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, enjoy your Sunday. Have a blessed week. And like I said, I think I'm gonna be doing a challenge where I do a video every day for 30 days. Okay, so I'll talk to you.